We are here with Who's Cuter Now? Thank you guys for doing the interview with C Squared on behalf of Disarray magazine.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. So what I do, I usually just start off by introducing yourself and tell us what you guys play in the band. So whoever wants to go first.
Go down the line.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Rufus. I do guitar and vocals.
I'm Frankie. I also do guitar and vocals.
Chris, play drums.
Max, and I play bass.
So how would you describe your sound to our audience who, let's just say, no one knows who you are? So how would you describe your band?
I'd say the genre blend is more of like indie rock meets a little bit of emo influence. It's kind of what I listen to a lot right now. Bands like Tiger's Jaw, Free Throw, Charmer, throw in a little classic rock in there because that's what I was raised on, like Pat Benatar, Pretenders. There's all kinds of stuff just bleeding through my songwriting. So yeah, like indie emo vibes, very emotional music.
And being that we're millennials, there is definitely a hint of 90s in the music. We just can't shake it. We don't mind it.
Yes, a lot of people tell me your vocals remind me of the 90s. I don't know why. I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
And I'd like to add that I come from a rock and roll and jazz background, and this is my first time playing bass with the group. And I've hoped to introduce something kind of unique in the bass element, but also just interesting to be a part of this kind of music and just sit in the pocket and relax, So I think once I find that, then that would be a very unique blend, and we would have a sound that not many people could replicate or hear out in the open.
can you tell us how long you guys have been a band?
Yeah, me, Rufus, and Chris started in 2024 of January, and Max just joined us like a month ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Welcome, Max.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
glad to
killing
be
it.
here.
Fresh meat.
Thank you.
And how'd you guys get the name Who's Cuter Now?
It comes from a Simpsons reference. So there's an episode where Lisa is born and Bart gets jealous and he sneaks into her crib at night, cuts her hair off, and Marge comes in and he asks her, who's cuter now? And when we decided to start the band, we were like, well, sometimes he'll sing lead, sometimes I'll sing lead. And it just kind of fit the main question, asking the audience, well, who's cuter now? Who did you enjoy the best? Even though there's no real competition.
So yeah, it works on a couple of different levels, and I giggle every time I hear it. So
So how did you guys form the band?
I went to Rufus one day. I was sick of not making any music. And I told him I want to go out and be a loud band and play live with people and meet the community and hang out with my friends. And he was like, yes, I am down. Let's do it. I know a guy at work who can play drums. Let's talk to him.
Barely.
You know, he's great. And then we asked Chris and he said yes. And we were like, great, let's just get together, see if there's a vibe. And it happened right away. We all clicked.
yeah, it was kind of, we were kind of spitballing, but not serious. Just driving in the car, listening to music. Like, I want to play in a band. I want to play in a band because we've done like the acoustic thing before, and it was fun. It's been done, but like, want to play in a band, and then it just kind of all coalesced. She was like serious about it, and I just like, hey, we got a new guy at my job. He's a drummer. So I sent her a video of him, and she was like, let's do this.
How'd you feel getting picked up?
It was cool. One day, Rufus was pretty much just like, kept teasing me, like, do you really play? Do you really, really play? And I'm like, yeah.
That was Lloyd.
I've been in other bands. And so one day, randomly, it was a slow day at Guitar Center. And, you know, they have drum sets pretty much set up throughout the store. And he plugged in to an amp, and I sat behind a kid, and we just played a few rhythm chords, and I just kept the beat. And he's like, oh, wow, you can play. Okay, great. And the next thing I know, I'm meeting Frankie or practicing in a studio, and she has songs already prepared, and it was awesome. Pretty smooth transition.
And then for a month of joining, like they just found you or just popped up?
I began working at Guitar Center where Rufus was located, and he just plainly asked me one day, and I believe in saying yes to everything, so I said yes. I'm actually finding out a lot of history and information about this band as we speak.
So this is like the Guitar Center group then, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's what really brought you guys all together, like in spirit of it, right?
Yeah.
We have yet to write a song about it.
That's what I was gonna ask next. I was like,
Gotta write a song about
When I'm no longer employed
Guitar
there,
Center.
and can speak freely.
Yeah.
For legal purposes.
Yeah, me and Rufus have known each other the longest.
Yeah.
Since 2006-ish? Around there, 2005? I always forget.
Right before 2006.
I was born in
Yeah.
2003. Oh my God.
Dang,
Oh, that makes us feel old.
we are.
But yeah, we had the same job at the swap meet in Costa Mesa, and we just clicked with music and movies and did many different bands throughout the years.
Day one, we're making Simpsons jokes and talking about Slipknot and Kitty.
Yeah, we were metalheads back in the day.
metalheads, hair bands unite. All right. Well, I did notice that Chris had the tattoo of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So that must be an influence of your drumming.
Chad Smith is a man.
There it is. And then also, like, what are your influences besides, like, you have the Chili Peppers, I'm sure.
Foo Fighters,
There you go.
90s, yeah, Dave Grohl, of course, Queens of Stone Age. Those are some of mine. But what do you guys?
Frank Zappa, Jeff Beck.
Oh, nice.
I mean, like she said, Tiger's Jaw, Pine Grove, a lot of 90s grunge girl bands. Think
Bikini
of
Kill.
Bikini Kill, L7.
Yeah.
Dang, you guys are like twins, huh? You guys think the same, huh?
Tell you, we clicked right away on day one. We're like, we like the same stuff.
All right. So can you tell us what is your favorite song to perform?
Usually it's the newest one we just wrote because I have those honeymoon ears and I'm just So that after 5 minutes of this song, you're gonna wish you had 10 beers.
Same for me.
That's my favorite one.
It's a great title.
Like
This next song is called After 5 minutes of this song, you're going to wish you had 10 beers.
What is a difficult moment that your band has had to face, if any?
That would be recently, like our bass player of 2 years. He's in another project, and he was commuting from all the way from Escondido. So big ups to him for commitment. But yeah, it was just getting to be a bit much, and he has other projects to work on. So he let us know that this upcoming festival was going to be his last, and then that's why I reached out to Max, because he was new in my job, and I'm like, oh, he's a multi-instrumentalist. Would you want to play bass?
Of course.
Now worlds are colliding.
I will say, a couple years ago, because Fieldy from Korn shops at our store, I did jokingly ask if he wanted to play bass with us. I'm like, just kidding. Unless you're gonna do it.
So he's our Plan B bassist.
Sorry, Max.
What learnings have you had that you can impart on new musicians?
Well, I sell gear, so I always tell everybody, don't quit. And yeah, like make sure it stays fun. And don't try to get into it to the point where this is your job and you're just thinking about making money, because it's going to impact your art really, really hard. If you can make money, that's fine, but priority is to enjoy yourself.
Do it for the love of the game.
Yeah, definitely. And, don't lose yourself in the music business aspect of things. Sometimes people try too hard to wear the right clothes and make a certain sound of a song. Just write your music, and people are going to find it. So don't try too hard. Just have fun.
Yeah, 100%. I would say saying yes to as many things as possible is very important, because if you have a gift, you have to give back and just put yourself out there. And the more you do that, the more you will accelerate your networking and everything like that, which is very important to grow and get yourself known and seen. So just say yes, you know what I mean, and see what it's all about. Say yes, ask questions later.
Well, we're all taught to say no.
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
You got to fight that urge.
Yeah, you got to fight that urge.
It's like in the Beatles' Yellow Submarine movie, the Blue Meanies come in and destroy the word yes, and they turn the word K-N-O-W into just N-O, very symbolic of how no is negative and yes is positive.
I like that.
Good pull.
Thank you, bro.
That's why he's in the band.
That's it. Wow, good choice. Good job, Max.
Max is young, but he knows his stuff.
Yeah, he does. He's outdating us, too.
I've been around the block, but I still got it.
So since Max didn't drive today, you guys drove here.
Yes.
So what were you listening to on the way here?
Us.
Nice.
I was like, I better not mess these parts up.
Yeah, last song before we got out of the car was "A Smile in Your Sleep" by Silverstein.
Great song.
You guys drove together.
Yeah, we carpool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we
You're like
carpool.
twins.
Yeah.
Basically, who's cuter now?
Yeah. Who's cuter now?
You're not, right?
Yeah, well, I personally don't drive for many reasons, but so I'm lucky that I have a friend who I'm in a band with. We like to hang out together, and we just carpool.
He's cuter then.
So who's cuter now?
And it's also, if she needs to go somewhere, instead of getting a lift, I'll just do it for like whatever they charge you. I'll beat it, and then they'll just take the money.
Yeah, pretty much.
I used to drive Lyft, but I don't like the people, but I'll still do it. Like if I'm free, she needs to get somewhere, she's gonna pay me.
You got it. Yeah. Max, did you listen to anything today?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I didn't have to drive, but I did have to take a shower, and I was listening to some Pat Metheny, some classics, yeah.
Nice.
How does your band stand out from other bands in your genre?
I guess elephant in the room, we're pretty melanated. There's not a lot of Max excluded, he's the new guy, but yeah, like notice like there's a lot of just like a lot of skinny white guys in the scene basically. And
I mean, he makes a good point.
so yeah, like, oh cool, we're gonna come to the scene and bring a little bit of representation. So
Also, I feel like the way I write my songs, I'm very melody driven. And I think a lot of emo bands and indie bands I listen to, they don't always nail the melody, in my opinion, for every song. And when I write a song, the hook comes first, no matter what. The melody has to stand out. And that's why I bring all the new stuff to the guys. And I have to get their okay to be like, oh, that caught my ear, or that was nice. Okay, well, we'll keep going with that one. If they don't react, I ditch it and make a new one.
problem is I always react. I'm like, sure, let's go.
Yeah.
Total yes.
Max is going to say yes to everything.
Yeah. So basically, I test Chris. If he's not in the room going, ooh, I like that. Okay.
So you do all the songwriting, or is it split between everyone?
Yeah, I usually make the skeleton idea at home, and then I'll send him the idea through text, and then I'll bring it to the guys, and then if we like it, then we start writing lyrics.
Yeah, we co-write the lyrics, and then any guitar embellishments that I can do, I add on to it, and co-write the lyrics and bring it to everyone else. So,
Yeah.
So what are some of the band's goals?
Personally, I don't want to speak for everybody, but it would be nice to be able to do the thing I love and earn a living. Let's not kid ourselves. I don't want to be a rock star or anything, but if I can play the songs that I helped co-write and actually be able to feed my cats with it, it's a good day.
I kind of want to be a rock star, actually.
He's a yes man.
Into the couch, right?
Fine, we'll do it. No.
I mean, if we can, I'll try it, I guess.
Yeah, my goal, just go out, play the songs I love, meet other bands in the community, gain a fan base locally. I'd be happy just doing that, 3 gigs a month, and people come out and see us and sing along to our music. Some people sang along to one of our singles last festival we threw on last year, and it was a pretty cool feeling, and I just want more of that.
I got to piggyback on that. Yeah, just playing music with your friends and for people who enjoy your music. I think that's really, really, inspirational.
Yeah, and I was completely kidding, by the way. I kind of agree with Rufus. I'm on the same page about just being able to have a good life and enjoy what I love to do, which is always a blast, of course, being on stage. And of course, I would love to support a cat. I do like having a cat, but more importantly, I have a 2.5-year-old daughter, so I really like to be a good father for her. As long as I can do that, then I'll be okay. Yeah.
So, I asked this of everyone too. You guys can go 2 years to 5 years. Where do you see yourself?
Wherever the wind takes us, let's find out. I'm open to almost anything, so.
I think I would like to have a full album, record a full album.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe not signed, but just a really greatly produced album, something that we can really push out and hang all our put all our energy in and all our resources to really give it one good push, one effort, to try and reach as many people as we can, I guess.
Down.
Definitely down. I'd love to try to play more festivals and interesting, bigger shows in the coming 2 to 5 years. I feel like right now we're getting 1 big show a year, which is really cool. So if we can get a few more, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I concur.
And also, we've also been getting in more into the promoting side of things because, pay to play is kind of a curse. So unlike other promoters, we have the luxury of just taking a small cut of the door and then making up any investment that we did for the place with our own draw. Other promoters are basically just trying to piggyback off the bands. We are a band ourselves, so we can rely on our own draw and give the other bands a better deal.
Yeah.
And if they don't draw anybody, they don't owe us any money. First things first. So we would never charge anybody to play one of our shows.
Yeah.
That's a great advantage. Going back to playing more shows, what actual goal do you have for fans who, let's say it's their first time attending your concert? What goals for that fan would you want?
I would love for them to feel inspired. Basically, I want to get a guitar. I want to do this. That looks so fun. Oh my God. A lot of the same stuff I felt when we would go to shows back before we were a band. I could do that. He's playing GCD. I could do that easily. And he makes it look so fun. So, just if we can motivate or inspire somebody to actually want to participate in music and do what we do, yeah, good day.
That's my answer too. Yeah, I want to inspire especially more women in music and young girls, which I try to do at my job. I teach guitar, and I try to encourage all the younger girls to, try harder than the boys. Mostly the boys don't do as much work. So the girls, I'm always Timmy over there, he's on that song, and you can pass his song today, just so you know.
Well, you saw that knowing glance, right? You saw that knowing glance. I caught that.
What other goals for female musicians do you have since you're an instructor?
I try to encourage all the young female little girl musicians, anyone who comes in, to write their own music, even if they come in not knowing they could. I've had female students come in and go, "Hey, I tried writing this song today. I don't know if it's any good." And I said, "Well, it's yours, so it's good." You may write a better one you like tomorrow, but don't discount the one you just did right now. And you're only going to grow as a musician. And I met some pretty cool women who have told me, you've inspired me, and And I have a student right now who's graduating high school. She's going to Seattle for college. And I told her, since I'm not going to see you anymore, promise me you're not going to stop, because she's heavily influenced by like Bikini Kill and all those musicians that I showed her this year. So I told her, just keep playing, pick it up. The hardest part is picking up your guitar. I deal with that every day too. Sometimes I'm lazy and I don't do it. And I'm like, you know what, just pick it up, play around, a new idea will come out. So just inspire yourself that way.
How do you guys stay motivated when you don't feel like doing it?
I'll let you know when it happens.
I never don't feel like
every time
doing
there's
it.
an opportunity in the group chat. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, right now I'm all about yes. If they want to do something, I want to do it.
If the schedule allows, it's happening.
And you picked up the yes man, so you're ready.
Already halfway there.
Yeah, the motivation is natural and either doesn't have an explanation or maybe doesn't need one either, but it's completely natural.
When did you realize that being in this band was not just a hobby?
Kind of from the start. Like we knew it wasn't going to be just. We knew we were going to take it seriously. Like I said, no delusions about being rich and famous or anything like that. But this is something we want to do, and we're going to do it. Mm-hmm. So we weren't coming into this with any like whatever type of mentality. Like, we're doing this because we want to do it, and we will commit.
There was an underlying. There just seems there's a sense of underlying unspoken, like, level of determination and will to get shows, practice, even if we can't do it that weekend. Okay, well, how about the next weekend? Well, not that one. How about the next one? Okay, well, how about that one? Well, what about the next one? We're always trying to fit it in when we can't. It's unspoken. Like, there's just a seriousness about it where we keep it fun, but there's also, what's the next step? What can we do to, make ourselves known out there?
Which I think that kind of mentality is what takes taking it from a hobby to, hey, I'm taking this band seriously. I feel like a lot of bands tend to just be like, well, see you whenever. And we're all, like he said, we're always saying, well, let's practice this one time. Let's get a gig this many times a year. Let's do merch. We're just always thinking of the next little thing to help propel us forward.
Was there a moment where you guys realized, like, oh man, we have something here with this music?
Yeah, the first time I played with them, I really enjoyed it, and I don't even necessarily really listen to the kind of music they play. I don't know any other bands, and you asked earlier, how could we, compare ourselves or stand out to? I have no idea, but I did enjoy the music a lot, just objectively coming at it as a complete stranger, and so I was like, dude, cool, man. If it's feeling good, it's feeling good.
Her songwriting makes it easy.
Blush.
So she'll come in with like a melody, and I'll text her like when I'm not even at practice. So I'm like, I'm humming your melody right now. What's the lyrics? Send me the lyrics because I want to sing it when I'm playing. And yeah,
same. I sent her a text like I'm still singing that like we had just written the lyrics, and I'm already at work a couple hours later, just singing that one line over and over and over again, just lodged in my brain.
Is there any one song that you have lyrics stuck in your head that you're like, oh my God, this stands out so much to me right now?
Yeah, the new one, the 10 years.
Yeah, just the new ones.
Yeah, and funnily enough, last year when we wrote Lie to Me, we were at the Strawberry Festival in Garden Grove waiting in line for a piece of cake, and we finished writing that song standing in line. So I don't know if we annoyed anybody while singing it over and over again. But
and even for the rest of the day, just walking around. Just
they got a free acoustic concert.
Yeah, and I think that's how we knew, is we kept singing it randomly, and we're like, I think there's something here. And so I try to always think of my songwriting that way. Personally, for me, is if I'm still humming it 5 days later, work on it. If not, make another one.
Is there a group of songs that you're noticing there's a theme with the lyrics?
Not a particular group. There is an overreaching theme of I'm a grown-ass adult and I still have no idea what the hell is going on. I would say that's like the theme. Vast majority of our songs are kind of like related to that in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, trying to navigate our way through this world while overcoming like setbacks and failures. I personally deal with depression, anxiety, so I write a lot from that mood where I'm always trying to not spiral deep into that and trying to work my way through it. And writing just even the melody gets me through it, let alone the lyrics when we decide to do it together. So
I'm on Zoloft.
Not an ad.
not an ad.
Yeah, this is not an ad.
It's not an
Oh, it's
ad.
the generic. It's the generic one anyway. So
No, I did feel you on that too when you said that. Like it does, like you can feel it. Like I don't know if it's the age, but I can feel that music. You know, like your lyrics in that, and it's like, oh, okay, I see where they're coming from. And then you say that, so it's like, is that an outlet for you now? All the writing, like taking charge in the writing, is that more of an outlet for the depression? I mean, you don't have to say yes or no, but
No, I'm willing to talk about it. Yes, definitely. I know if I'm not making music, I find myself in a very dark place at home. And going out and playing live or writing new material, it allows me to express myself in some way that I can't verbally express that well sometimes to people. I tend to shut in. I'm an introvert. So being in this band has helped me become more of an extrovert and relating to other musicians that write similar vibes too. So it's been pretty cool.
Going back to, you mentioned being an introvert, do you have any advice for current introverts?
Yeah, take it slow. Don't just thrust yourself into a crazy area where there's a lot of people or anything. Find one good friend that you have something in common with that isn't entirely an introvert, and they can help you kind of get out there a little more. So yeah.
Do you guys have any advice for, let's say, newer bands that are probably still trying to figure out their stage presence? Maybe they're a little shy.
I'm still shy.
but, like we're still figuring that out ourselves. So.
I'm terrified right now.
The whole thing. The whole thing. Pretty much.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why I'm in the back.
But yeah, the whole thing, and pretty much life in general, is a constant learning process. So you're never gonna nail it. Just keep on changing, growing, adapting, moving forward.
Yeah.
It's repetition. Sorry, repetition.
no,
I'd probably say, you do something over and over again, even though it's still kind of embarrassing. I wouldn't say embarrassing, but nerve wracking or anxious. It's easier. It's a little easier. It's a little easier if you just kind of do it over and over and over again. You still get nervous. You hear the pros; they still get nervous during their big shows. So, maybe it's just human nature.
Dude, that's like exactly what I was going to say anyway, is that you just have to start somewhere and just start doing it. I mean, the first show has to happen. It's always going to be scary, but
Right.
I've been playing shows since I was a young kid, and being in two bands, especially a Billy Joel tribute, oh my God, the perfection, you know what I mean, on those tracks is like, you go up there and you don't want to make a mistake in front of all. Those are somebody else's fans, by the way. And then in a different group, I've played in front of like 600 people at the Coach House down there, and that was my first gig with them after I came down here, moving from Oregon, and hadn't played in 8 years. And I was so scared, man. But you kind of just have to do it. And I had to say yes to the gig, of course, because that's my philosophy. And I stepped up there and I was like, sweating and shaking, and but you really have to fake it till you make it at the beginning. That's a tried and true method. It actually works. Put a smile on and then go to the next show.
Yeah, I find that the audience doesn't want you to fail. No. So it's in your own head. If you're getting in there and going, I might mess this up and they're going to hate me. They're not coming to the show to hate you. They're there to listen to music. So if you look like you enjoy it, they're going to enjoy it.
And I have told beginners, either like my customers at work or like a beginner in a social media comment, like, you have to remember one thing: your favorite musician right now, at some point, they sucked.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
that's how it
So
starts.
true.
You build off of it. Yeah.
What's the best piece of advice each of you has ever received?
Jeez. Let's edit the timeout for this one.
It's kind of cliche, and you've heard it before, but you don't get paid for how many notes you play. And I was such a shredder, man. But I don't really care for that kind of playing anymore. Honestly, I really found the quality of the notes, and after I did that, I think I found also a lot more respect from my fellow players, especially the older cats who have a lot of connections for you, and are able to kind of give you other advice and get you around. So yeah, pay attention to your notes. That's your musical personality, and this is music. You have to present yourself characteristically, uniquely, and with quality of character. So those note choice very important.
That's good. You guys still thinking?
I was watching this interview with Hilary Swank, and the interviewer asked her, how do you deal with failures and setbacks? And at the time, we were dealing with our bassist just telling us that he was leaving. And it was almost like right when we were ready to go move forward, we got hit with a setback. And I kind of just felt down in the dumps about it and didn't know how to move forward from that. And it kept getting in my mind, and I was getting annoyed and frustrated and all that. And anyway, she was told, the interviewer, I give it 3 days, I mourn it, and then I am so over it, I don't even think about it anymore. I look forward to the next thing that I know is going to happen. So I thought, all right, it sounds cliche, but okay, I'll try it. I'll give it a shot. I totally went, okay, screw it. I'm over it. We'll just see what happens. And I got excited over other things. And then all of a sudden he said, hey, Max wants to play. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. We'll go from there. And then not only 2 days later, old girl bandmates that I used to play with hit me up, and who we didn't play together until like COVID hit. And it split us up for various reasons. And they were like, hey, we want to jam again. Do you want to jam? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And so all these other opportunities, other things I haven't named, have happen to us. And it just made me excited and realize, like, okay, it's a mindset. And I'm excited to keep doing that, where if something happens, mourn it for 3 days, really mourn it, get it out of your head, get out of your whole system, look forward to the next thing, because there's always going to be something better coming.
As for me, I'm still having trouble thinking of one, which scares me because I know I've been given advice, but now I'm feeling like I'm hard-headed and I internalized none of it. Back when I was still newer to the guitar, like, she told me just use a pick, and I didn't want to use a pick, so I'm just gonna give her credit for that. And then I started writing different styles of music, and I realized I can't just strum all 6 strings at once. I need to hit individual little. And then it was a status update I posted back in like 2013. It just goes, she was right, I need a pick. Only she knew what I was talking about when she read it, but that's all I posted. So yeah, use a pick. So that's the only thing I can think of right now.
Nice.
Is there anyone you want to thank?
Friends and family that show up to some shows.
All the bands that we've worked with, all the venues that we've worked with who've given us opportunity, the vendors, just all the people that I want to see be a part of this community that have participated and helped to make the things that we've done, helped make them special.
I want to thank all the people who didn't tell me my music sucked when it did. Many, many, many moons ago, we gave some CDs to some friends and people we admired, and they were kind enough to go, keep going. It sounds great. I hear a little of this in there, hear a little of that in there, when they could have said, hey, this is kind of weird.
She just tore open an old scar.
Yeah. So
3 days, mourn it. Mourn it for 3 days.
Mourn it for 3 days and then be over it.
And then,
it's all good.
I'm extremely grateful for the unending support from my father, Patrick. Just been the foundation of my musical journey, and as well as that, strangely, I actually am very grateful to people who have told me, dude, like, if there was something wrong with something I was doing, they spend a lot of time around the older guys, very blunt with you, and saying, like, too many notes, too much of this, too muddy, too much of that, and I was able to hone in on what was wrong and fix it up, and it really shapes you as a musician. my dad was also included in people who have told me, dude, like, you know, this is not, you should change this, you know what I mean? And I'm grateful he did that because I think I've made a lot of good choices, which were his ideas, you know, so I'm very grateful for him supporting me.
Is there anything I didn't ask, but you want people to know about your band?
Next show.
Yeah, our next big show. Not sure when this interview is coming out, but we're playing July 11th at the Hangar 24 Brewery in Irvine. And we're opening up for an old friend of ours, Thomasy and Nicholas from the American Pie movies. So it's going to be a big, big show. Probably the biggest this year.
Yeah. He's one of the people we met a long time ago when we would go to all these shows in Hollywood. Yeah. We found out it's kind of easy to meet people that you've seen on TV if you know where to go.
Yeah.
Used to trip us out. But so, yeah, we've known him for a little while and then finally got a chance to actually do a show with him for once. Yeah. So younger us would have been like, just, oh my God.
Very full circle moment coming this summer on it. So, yeah, pretty cool.
And then our big festival, the one that we started, we're having our second year. That's on August 1st. The Sincerely Emo Festival. Yeah. Anti-pay to play, like I said. The bands will either get paid or they don't owe us anything. But that's going to, August 1st at Stages Bar in Santa Ana. I think we have 11 bands so far.
10. Yeah, and food vendor we just cemented today.
Yeah.
So, yeah, should be good.
Support the local food truck guy.
That's good.
Do you have any other questions?
Cool. You guys are great.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Well, thank you guys for doing the interview with C Squared on behalf of Disarray Magazine.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.